All right, RumRumi, here we go. I'm gonna do your little replay analysis here right now. Just doing a recording for this. This won't be going public. This is just for you. So we're just gonna look at this and we're gonna see what we can do with this. All right. Okay, good. That was a great kickoff. Okay, so here I actually want you to use your camera a little bit more. You had no idea he was coming. Good speed flip. Way to be patient there, waiting for your teammate. This should not happen. So this, we're gonna be going over a little bit on your pop and shoot. This should have been on target every single day of the week. If you'd have just put it on the right hand side of this goal. So let's go to fly cam. Yeah, if you would have just put this on the right hand side of the goal, this would have been terrible for this guy to be able to try to save. This guy wouldn't have been able to make it for sure because he was just demoed. So I you had the right idea. This was the right mechanic to try to go for. We're just going to work on the precision for that. I'm going to assume you tried to put it on the top right. All right, good. Boost steal. Nice. I like that. I want you to go a little bit more out. You're cutting a little close here, and here's my reasoning why. So if you moved out, like you grab this boost, instantly flip towards the midfield, about right now, you could be facing directly at the play from the midfield. This would give you a little bit more presence on this play and availability to adjust to whatever's about to happen. Also, if Crunchy Guy were to jump up and hit the ball towards the left-hand side here, you wouldn't be able to do anything about it. He'd just get a possession, your teammate's up with very low boost, and you'd be alone on defense. All right? So, in this situation, I want you to move out towards the middle of the field. A little bit better, so that you can face the play a little easier. There was no reason to be patient here. If you moved like right about here, if you flipped towards that, at the very least you could have stolen the boost, if not demoed this guy. Either one would have worked, or you could have done both, honestly. This is just going to be realizing these possible scenarios that you can capitalize on a little bit quicker, because, yeah, he's just really awkward here. Obvious, you can see his backwards, you know? So just try to recognize these things a little sooner, all right? It's looking like we might have a little bit of fixation on the ball, and that's all right. We just got to broaden our scope of our view, right? Okay. This situation, it's fine that you let your teammate go for the mid boost. Either you need to get out more in front of this, or you need to wrap around to the right-hand side. And wrapping around to the right-hand side would make you vulnerable to a demo. So this needs to be cleared to the corner, period. You don't quite do that. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw you. Yeah. Yeah. Right into the midfield. That's easy for them to punish. All right. If I were you there, I'd try to get it down to the ground and 50 it there. So if you were to go back to right about here, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to switch to fly cam, and we're going to watch this, okay? So here, if you would have just 50'd it with him as soon as he gets down to the ground and the ball's getting closer to the ground, yeah. If you'd have just 50'd it, you'd had a little bit of a better shot here. Or better yet, honestly, in this scenario, you kind of did leave yourself in a bad situation. Because here, now that he's got the boost and the ball, you need to leave immediately. So you needed to flip out. Like I said, I don't mind you letting your teammate go for this boost, but you need to get out of this play. Recognize this is a dangerous position. So if we'll go back to your POV here. Like I said, he grabs boost and ball. Now he's got full boost and ball. Either you can challenge here, actually. Okay, if you were to just jump into this and slow this down for your teammate to get back, That's probably the optimal scenario. But it looked like you felt a little awkward, so you decided not to. Whatever. In this scenario, just get back fast as possible. Obviously, like I said, if you would have challenged here and either demoed or stolen boost or both, overall you'd be on the offensive still. So that would have been a little bit better. It would have helped you keep a little bit more offensive pressure, um but instead you could have, even here you could have challenged. You had multiple opportunities to turn this play into an offensive play rather than a defensive play. So we'll just try to cover that a little bit more. And apologies if it feels like I'm rambling. I'm a little tired. Been up for like 23 hours doing stuff, so damn. Yeah, okay. So what are we, why are we turning left here? Did we think it was gonna go left? I could see that. Yeah. We thought it was gonna go left. Here, I want you to be a little more patient. You see how you're still holding the gas and you're moving way too close to this play? If you would have just waited a little bit more and let go of that gas, you would have been in a perfect position to attack here. So you would have still been... I like that you're grabbing pads. I like that, right? But if you would have stayed right here, like let go of the gas and stop turning, or even if you did turn, right? Even if you did turn, you would have been like right about here-ish. Maybe at the furthest right here. But you'll notice now you're way over to the left. That limits your options a little bit. Granted, eventually reading the play, if once you can read the play like really, really well, then that won't be as much of a concern, because then you can basically just beat out everyone. But let's go back here. Okay, I like the boost grab. Way to pay attention to the dodging the demo. That's good. Okay. Okay. Hold on, we're just gonna back this up. Okay, we know the teammate went out. 50. So, in this situation, it's a tough situation, right? You can choose to be patient. You can choose to guard the front post or the back post, right? In this situation, personally, I feel like the better situation would be trying to get a 50 off of this. Right? Because it's... even if it's a late 50, like you're basically getting to the ball late, like predicting where they might touch the ball and jumping towards that might be the better option here, just because what's happening here is you're stuck between this position where if you guard front post, they have the back of the net. You guard back post, they have the front of the net, you know? So in this position, try to cover more space in general by throwing your car in front of the direction of the ball, if that makes sense. Luckily, bounced off the backboard, so we don't have to worry too much about anything here. Good half flip, good setup, and I'm assuming you score here. Yeah, good stuff. Good turn. But as you climb the ranks, people are going to be scoring that a little bit more often. So, okay. Hold on. When did you learn how to do that? Okay. Oh my god. Cool. Cool. I'm impressed that you can do that mechanic. That was the proper timing to do it, too. Interesting. I don't know why you know how to do that more consistently than your speed flip. But... I like it. I like it. Pairing that with the speed flip will be a little bit better than what you were doing just there. Because I don't think you had a very good speed flip, personally. Oh god, you're wall dashing? Okay, good demo dodge. Unfortunate. Actually, in this situation, the way I'd want you to do this is I'd want you to jump over and then, like, try to wave dash there. Maybe you could have gotten a better situation here. Okay. That's interesting. It worked out. We're not going to go into that too much. Whoa. I like the fact that you're trying things. This is good for long-term improvement. Okay. Good demo. I like that a lot, actually. That was good. Good attempt. Okay. Here's something. So here, you jumped way too early. Way too early. You see how you get so much height and then you're just basically boosting down? That means you jumped way too early for that play. You would have actually gotten there faster and probably beat out that guy if you would have just stayed on the ground, stayed on the ground, stayed on the ground, then boost while boosting and flipping or whatever, and then jumped. You would have gotten there so much faster. I guarantee it. Oh. Oh my. I love it when... Okay. Cool. So, you weren't able to see half this, were you? That's fucked up. We're gonna have to go over this again. From the beginning. That's so fucked. Alright. Round 2. On the bright side, I've got a good idea of what's happening here. Okay. Nice. So what I mentioned before, and you didn't hear it, or you did hear it, but you couldn't see it. You need to be a little bit more patient on this shot. Get over to the left-hand side because you want to be shooting this on the right. If you can see the position of the enemy team right here, they can't guard that near post. That right post, they can't guard that. If you would have slotted that top right, that's going in every time. Every time. They're not getting there. It's back. Talk T might be able to get there if he's very good at saving, but this rank, I'm assuming this is going to go in. Okay? So we're going to work on that a little bit. We're going to have you work on your bounce dribbles. Okay? Because what this is going to do is this is going to force you to take a bounce, and then make a shot. What I want you to do is with these bounce dribbles in the future, you're going to take that and you're going to just do a regular bounce dribble on one of the bounce dribble training packs, right? And then when it's bouncing in the air, once it's bounced and it's in the air, I want you to jump up and I want you to practice hitting it on target. Because that's going to be that's gonna help you with situations like this, and you're gonna be able to turn situations like this into a goal really quick. I like that you went for boost here. That was good. What I mentioned before. So here, if you would have just grabbed this boost and then flipped towards the mid. So if we look at this right here, right? If you would have just flipped towards the mid instead of cutting directly right here, I know that seems faster, but overall, you're putting yourself in a tough position to be able to react to this play. So if you would have moved out to here and come at it from this angle, you'd have been able to adjust for anywhere in this direction, any direction here, okay? Unless it pinches over you, in which case you half flip, right? And then you go back, okay? But I want you to flip out here and get a little bit more distance so you can read the play a little bit better. I like that you're trying to be involved in the play at all times, but make sure to let yourself, like, give yourself enough space to be able to react what's going to happen, you know? And the more you play, and the more time you spend in the game, you'll gradually reduce that amount of space that you need, right? But for now, let's give you a little bit more space because it seems to be what's generally causing you to get scored on and lose possessions and stuff like that. So here in this play, you could have challenged this pretty easily. But the preferred option that I'd be thinking of is just demo this guy. You demo this guy, that other guy's low boost and that he's not going to be able to do anything. You can grab that corner boost on top of that, and then you can turn and make a 50. By then, your teammate's already going to have boost, and he's going to be back safe, right? But here, instead of challenging, because you could have challenged there and demoed him, you could have challenged right here and stopped the ball. Instead, you put yourself in an awkward position. You waited for your teammate to go through, and now you should have flipped. But instead, you jump up here, and you boom that ball right towards the midfield. And if you were paying attention earlier, you know exactly where that guy is. He's right in the midfield. He's waiting for this to go center so he can do something, right? So be a little bit more cognizant of that. And try to get a little bit more control on this play. If you can't uh, clear it right away, try to 50 it, try to just disrupt their possession. I believe you didn't take the perfect answer here. Yes, you could have cleared this, right? But if you were going to clear this, you needed to swing out to the left a little bit more and then try to clear it, right? Go out a little bit more so you could have had more momentum going towards the other wall so that hopefully you could put it past that one person who's in midfield, right? But either way, the decisions from before kind of put you in a tough spot, right? Where there's not a lot of good answers. It's kind of tough, right? So this is when shit goes terrible. This is how you're just going to have to learn to adjust your touches and stuff like that. I am noticing that your short, like your power jumps or your power hits aren't really on target very often here. So we're gonna have to work on that. I like this. We're grabbing pads. We're grabbing pads. Yep, we continue to move a little too close to the play here. So here, if you'd have just let go of gas right here, you would have been in the perfect position to play on this. But because you held on to the gas, you put yourself out of position. You're not able to play on this right away. It's a little awkward for you. The best that you could possibly do is touch this back to your corner, right? It doesn't seem like you made that touch. Unfortunate. You made a touch to the opposite corner. I think you could have done a little bit better with this. Instead of just like popping it like that to the corner, you could have gotten behind it a little bit. Yeah, I know he's on your ass, but you could have gotten behind it a little bit. Maybe jumped over him, kind of thing, right? Find an alternate solution to dumping the ball, right? So here you could have cut that, right? And then went for a read off the wall, like a pinch or like just try to get it the opposite way of your goal kind of thing, right? Obviously, it bounces off the wall. The enemy team's going to take possession here. He's going to demo chase you like he's continued to do for a little bit here. And it's going to put you in an awkward position to save. Now that we're in that awkward position to save, we're kind of running into this same cycle of we're in an awkward position to save the ball, right? So now, generally, there's two people jumping for this ball. You have no idea where this is going to go, right? You have three options. You can guard back post, you can guard front post, or you can guard the what's it called? Or you could guard the touch. So what guarding back post, front post, and guarding the touch is going to do? Well, Okay, what guarded and touch means is you're going to jump towards the ball and try to eliminate as many options, dangerous options, as you can, right? Using your car to basically block as much as you can. It's the same idea as a basketball player jumping up and putting his hands up in the air. He's trying to block all as like more direct shots, right? Which is why shots in basketball, putting a little bit more arc on it and practicing being able to put that arc on it really helps because then you can shoot above the defender, right? But in this case scenario, you need to be like that volleyball jumper or that fucking basketball defender, right? You need to be able to jump up and get in the way. Um, because let's say we're sitting front post like right now. What's open? Where are they able to score? They're able to score on the back post, right? The back post is completely open. You can't defend that. Now, if they shoot it on the front post, well, then you can't. If you're sitting back post, you can't save it from the back post, right? So either way, you're leaving out options. So if you were a little bit faster here and you decided to jump for this, I'd like that a little bit better, right? And yes, sometimes you'll have those dumb moments where they just happen to spike it down into the ground and it goes under you and it's like, ah, shit, right? But either way, we were trying to cover as many options as possible, right? So that's generally the safer option, in my opinion. But I do like how you react to this. It bounces off the backboard. That was good. Half flip, perfect. And you just carried it in. That was good. I like that. Good speed flip. Yeah, I still don't know. Wow. Okay. That mechanic right there is a pretty difficult mechanic to do consistently, so I'm surprised that you have it down. I like that you're throwing it out. One thing you can do, you're not holding power slide. It does kill a lot of your momentum here. So, maybe work on that a little bit. Add in that power slide so that you can actually do stuff with it, you know. It'll make it a little bit better, just a little bit of fine tuning. So just tap that power slide whenever you do this kind, like the finishing wave dash. Just make sure to tap that power slide. And I believe later in the video we actually see an example of when holding down that power slide would have actually helped. Okay, so like that we went for this. Unfortunate that our teammate wasn't paying attention to where we were. It is what it is. I like that you grabbed that boost instead and got out. Okay, you're doing wall dashes. That's kind of insane. Good demo dodge. Unfortunate. Get a good wave dash. Luckily, he didn't make a touch there, because that would have been a good play by them. So, I actually want to go back to here a little bit earlier. I personally think you could have jumped for that. You could have forced it mid. I don't hate your option, your decision there. I don't hate it. But if you would have grabbed the boost and played through the play here, I think you could have jumped into that ball, and I think you could have actually like stopped the play from progressing to your side again. So I think your big thing right now is not optimizing your chances to play offense. You're doing a good job of playing those like open nets, like just running it down once you've noticed that they've overcommitted. You're doing a good job at that. But I think what we need to do is we need to make sure that we don't put ourselves in situations where we're going to be playing defense over and over again, right? I think that's going to help us out a lot here. So I'm going to write that down. Hold on. This is what we're going to do. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna mention. Kind of want to go back and look at this a little bit. Okay. Yep. We should. So, if I'm not mistaken, our teammate's back. Yeah. Yeah. We could have easily either forced this through. So it would, in this case scenario, forcing it through the play is more or less actually just slowing down their attack to give your teammate a little bit more time, right? And it's not too dangerous because his car itself is all the way back, right? But um, it becomes a danger because now you've kind of put yourself out of the play and forced yourself in a position where you have to return ball side. So you always want to move through the play, right? So if you would have actually gone here, right? I like how you came out towards it from the side, right? If you would have moved through the play and looked either for a demo or a ball touch here, it just would have been better in general, right? Because then it just keeps that kind of flow of the game, right? Instead of putting yourself in a position where your teammate's sitting there wondering whether you're going to play for the ball again or whether he's going to play the ball, etc., right? And then he also has to worry about not bumping you as well. And you have to worry about not bumping him. It gives you guys less things to worry about, right? And you just stole boost, so you already accomplished something on the offense, right? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on that one. There are times when it's okay to return ball side, but this is not one of them. Going into when it is okay to return ball side and when it's not, that's a little bit more difficult. So for now, we're just gonna rule it out and say let's return not on the ball side, right? Let's return opposite side of the ball. Like I said, good attempt on the demo dodge. Not a lot you can do here. It turned out in your favor because that guy greeted for a demo, and that guy had low boost and was playing too far up. Okay. Yep, that's the point that I mentioned earlier. So right here, if you would have held power slide, you would have recovered a lot easier here, and it would have been a little bit less awkward for you. Good fake. Good 50. Good turn for a demo. Good boost steal. I like that you went for this touch. It made that guy really awkward. But, counterpoint. Instead of going for a touch here, you know where he went, right? You know where he went. Turn off your ball cam. What's right in front of you? A free demo. You'd have demoed him here, even if it bounced off the backboard, which I'm pretty sure it would, right? Yeah, it would bounce off the backboard. You would demo him here, go through the play, grab this boost, and have a possession. And you can continue the attack from an advantageous position, right? That's the play that I'd go for. I don't hate what you did here. What you did here was actually good. I do like it. It's just I think personally, I think there was a better option. Just food for thought on this one, okay? This one isn't a hard do this instead. This is more of a, hey, let's look at this. Let's look at all of our options and realize what our options are. Now, what options you go for are the what options you decide to go for are going to change a little bit based on your playstyle too, right? I think this is a really hard redirect to get. Okay, so just because we're going in the same direction as the ball at the moment, right? It's a really hard redirect to do. The only way I could see this being an actually really good play is if you jumped in front of this and you somehow communicated to your teammate, which I'm assuming you didn't have voice comms for, um, that you were going to drop this down, and then your teammate would have been able to follow behind the play and shoot this on net, right? Now that would have been a great play. That would have been perfect, right? But we don't have that communication right now, so it kind of limits our options a little bit more. This redirect is kind of just overall really difficult to scale for. Um, I could imagine a lot of pros having a hard time with this one, if I'm being honest. Um, so do with what you will with that information. Um, if you want to talk to me more about that specific scenario, just let me know. Alrighty. Good. We went out to mid. You jumped way too early. So, yeah, you just jumped way too early here. So there's a reason why we practice our fast aerials. And it's so that we can outpace the enemy team, right? But knowing when your how high your fast aerial can reach from what point is very important. See, you didn't even fast aerial properly here. If you slow this down, where's the button for that? You know what? We're just gonna call it for now. Generally, though, if you would have slowed this down, you could see you didn't even fast aerial properly here. You were close. I think you realized as you were jumping you were gonna get too much height. Is basically what it was. But if you jump later here, you'll actually be faster in general towards this ball. I actually think if you would have flipped here instead of jumped, like right at the same time as your jump, I think if you flipped here, you would actually been able to beat this guy out pretty easily. Especially since he's on low boost. Rough recovery. It happens. Okay. We didn't need to flip here. I actually think if you would have followed this boost path all the way around here, you would have put yourself in a better position. So if you would have just grabbed this boost pad, and then moved around like this, back in the mid, and been flipping during that time without using boost, you would have gotten there at roughly around the same time. Actually, a better timing. You'd have had better timing in general, because you wouldn't have beat out the ball or beat out the play because you got too close to this play. Yep, you got too close to this play. You got lucky that it didn't come out. It could have 50'd out towards you and that would have been an issue. Okay. I like you trying to slow down the play. This is a lack of awareness here. You know that your teammate left on the right-hand side. I don't know if you saw it, but yeah, he left on the right-hand side, right? He's going to be recovering, which means he's going to be where? Back post. Okay, that first touch, I like it, right? But this touch should not be yours. Here, you should turn and go back post. Because your teammate is going to come through the play like that, yeah. And now you're stuck on defense here. Unfortunate. Okay. We're kind of in panic mode right now. Spent a little bit too much time on ball cam mode here, or car cam, because you have no idea what's happening to this ball right now. So once you flicked to see where the boost was, I want you to flick back immediately. Yeah, you needed to be a little bit quicker about that. Yeah, okay. Wow, what a save by our teammate here. Yep, we moved too far up. Okay. So I think we got what we need here. I'm seeing the same things repeating themselves, okay? Um, um, let's see. Um, those are your game sense pieces, right? So this is what we're gonna do. So here for mechanics, we're gonna work on power shots and power shot approaches. What training methods we're going to use for this is we're going to use air roll shots training pack, bounce dribble training pack, and we're going to use aim training by Coco. Tab? No. What's the... How do you... Why is it being so difficult with me? I forget what the button is to make it go back. Um... Oh my god. Okay. No. Well, that's unfortunate. And it won't let me do that. Okay, well, that's annoying. So we're gonna do this, this, and this. Then next, after that, we're gonna work on recoveries. How we're gonna work on this is we're gonna focus on, by incorporating this, what I'm trying to tell you to do here is, so we'll switch back over to here, right? So be more aggressive with your challenges on offense, returning ball side, moving too far up as second man, awareness of where your teammate is, right? Letting go of the gas when you're second man, right? Don't letting yourself get too close. Then for mechanics, we're going to work on power shots and power shot approaches. So that's going to be using Arrow Shots training pack, the Bounce Dribble training pack, Aim Training by Coco. For a power slide for recoveries, what we're going to do is we're going to try to incorporate power slide more into your training overall. So like in Hornet's Nest, I want you to try things. I want you to try adding power slide into basically overall all your gameplay, right? Just tapping it when you touch the ground. That's going to change so much for you. It's going to basically fix anything you could think of, right? So if you were to do that, that would help you out quite a bit. So what we're going to do, Hornets Nest, Stasia. Oh, that's how you do that. Wait, how did I do that? Ah, whatever. I give up. So then this. How did I manage to fuck this up? Wow. Okay. This is fucking annoying. Then we're gonna. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Oh. Then we're gonna work on our fast aerials and hone those a little bit. Jump too early for the ball when it is in the air. So that's gonna wrap up the recording for this. So this is just gonna be your overall your little training plan or your little adjustment for your replay analysis. Okay, so this is just gonna be some of those points. And I will be sending this document to you. Alrighty. So we'll send that over. And then I'll find a way to send you this video.